Shalom, with a real Hebrew Israelites coming in week out to prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom. Want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem V'Kakadash, the honors of the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule well, and to the brothers that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so, and to the very few sisters that's listening, learning, and watching. This is Brother Canasula from GMS Chicago. And, just in a little quick thing, through the spirit, hopefully to edify the body and stuff like that. So, there's a little situation, man, and I peeped it, and it's funny because people made memes about it, and it's about the situation that's been going on, as you can see on the screen, when it comes to, the refugees of Afghan. You know what I'm saying? They get accepted, they get accepted, to be here in the States or whatever. And, even here in the city of Chicago, man, and they get accepted here, everything's cool, start a new life, blah, 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 whatever, man, right? Then when it comes to the Haitians, which is part of the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, we are the real Hebrew Israelites by blood, right? The so-called Haitians are the Levites, the priests. And this is what happened, man. Esau came with the horse and whips, and start whipping at Jake, man. Right? Trying to have refugee, here, man, like coming across the border. So somewhere so far on the other side of the world, they'll let them in, but they're not going to let Jake in. Of course they're not. You got to know who your enemy is. All right? This is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Right? You should never trust this goofy mug, the so-called Caucasians, man. All right? Never. Everybody last year was screaming that whole BLM, stuff with the George Floyd thing. Where they at now? You don't hear them. They're silent, because that was a whole agenda last year, man. They did all that stuff on purpose. They did all that on purpose. This whole thing don't fit their agenda, man. So they like, nope, we gonna get you. We gonna whip you. They don't care about you, man. What, you thought things changed, man? Where are them statuses at? What happened to the people who's like, oh yeah, we gotta educate them, on our culture and the stuff we've been through. They don't care about that. A lot of them people was trying to get clout and views and, all kinds of madness. When you're going to wake up and realize these people do not care about you. All right? And the system's not broken. It's working just fine. Just fine against you. It was never meant for us. The system was never built for us. You need to wake up, man. This stuff is wild, man. That just proves that, hey, man, not for us. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and horsemen, because They are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. And that's what we're supposed to do, man. Seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Not these goofy mugs. And why would you want to come here? I know earthquake and this and that. But hey, man, a lot of wickedness going on over there too in Haiti. All right? And then you're going to come here and run to your enemies for help? That's where you went wrong. All right? And this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt according to Revelations 11 and 8. Right? This Psalms 20 and 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of Yahweh, our power. Right? All right. We remember Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Actually, this is a scripture that says righteous. Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right. So we call upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because that's our only safety, man. Not these goofy mugs, man. Never. Let's see if it pops up. Yep. Horrible to watch. White House says of image of border agent whipping and Haitian migrant. Right? Image of U.S. border agent. Okay, so horrible to watch, White House says. So White House saying it's horrible to watch, but they ain't doing nothing about it. That don't make sense. They letting it happen, man. Image of U.S. border agent or horseback appearing to whip a Haitian migrant were horrible to watch and unacceptable. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki or whatever said on Monday. I don't think anyone seeing that footage would think it was acceptable or appropriate, she said at a press briefing. Using what the news agency described as a lariat to whip at a Haitian migrant trying to enter the U.S. from Mexico. The El Paso Times reported Monday that an agent swung his whip, menacingly charging his horse toward the men in the river. The report and photographs of the scene set off a wave of criticism on social media. Republican Ilhan Omar Dimen, who came to the United States as a refugee from Somalia. It just continues. So they just say it's horrible to watch. But what they doing about it? Nothing. Yeah, man. But it just goes in, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look it up, you know what I'm saying? Type this in. Should pop up the article, you know? But yeah, man. This is what we dealing with. Hey, man. By the end of the day, trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And that's it, man. Just trust in him. He got you, man. As long as you doing what you're supposed to be doing and following the law, statutes, and commandments and rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of your ability. Other than that, if you don't, you're going to get stuff like that as a result, man. Stop trusting in these goddamn buffoons. All right? So hopefully this is edifying. Till next time, shalom and a Bible ball.